Hello, weary traveler. It's been a while since you visited my court. Today, we began Call of Cthulhu. The mad prophet calls from the depths of his home in R'lyeh. Can we survive? Can our young investigator truly find out what is? Will he ever be the same man if he does? Don't think so. I began streaming Call of Cthulhu today, and I'm mostly uploading the stream to YouTube today to kind of just get my plays out there and stuff like that, with the idea that if you don't get to see it on Twitch, because they do delete after a while, then you can always come here and watch it. Now, I'm going in blind. I don't know what to expect, other than if it's faithful to H.P. Lovecraft, things are gonna get real scary. So, welcome to my playthrough of Call of Cthulhu. Alright guys, so I have been waiting for at least 2 years since I found out about this game when it was first being designed and all that. I was super excited. Last year though, it hit me kind of rough because I wanted to do this for my YouTube channel and I had this whole build-up I wanted to do to it, and then the day of its release they kicked it back. Well, that upset me, but it's finally here. I'm not gonna delay. I want to go ahead and get started. So let's we got the lights down low for maximum spoopage, and lower that a little bit more. Without further ado, let's descend into madness. Boston, 1924. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly, or risk losing his license. Pierce Investigations Agency, Boston. I'm probably going to play this for a while, but at the 2-hour mark, I am going to take a small break, and then I'll be right back. Taking a little bit to load. But then again, from what I've seen, the graphics are pretty awesome. Entering madness. If I am mad, it is a mercy. May the gods pity the man who in his callousness can remain sane to the hideous end. H.P. Lovecraft. Was that a shark? That is a shark. WSAD to move, that's pretty typical. Alright, so we're underground. Ew. Activate. Wait, what the hell is that? Oh, okay, never mind. Alright, we're good. Same result. Some candles. Must light up some items to interact with them. Ah, here we go. Bolt cutters. Your chains can't hold me down now.
In my wake, pulled along, fate inescapably draws you on.
Oh, that's nice. But I don't feel like that voice was,
What a putrid offering.
I don't think that voice is Cthulhu himself. I think that might be Dagon. I'm, fairly familiar with H.P. Lovecraft's lore and stuff. At least what he wrote, not necessarily what other people wrote.
You have been chosen. Behold. Everything has already been written.
Frame rate drop.
Perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
I hate whiskey.
One moment, guys. I'm gonna close out some stuff over this way. Alright, should be good. Some stuff that might have been affecting my RAM.
I wonder why I still take these things.
The doctors prescribed them when I returned from the war. They swore that they would put an end to the nightmares, but for a while now, their effect has been wearing off. Yeah. Don't drink just yet.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Pierce Investigation. Pierce Investigation Agency. The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay, but I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they are different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? Ew. I don't think... Yeah, I have 0 CP. My sanity is stable. Let's see here. Edward Pierce is a veteran of the First World War, where he took part in the Meuse-Argonne offensive. He is one of the few survivors of the Lost Battalion. American units that suffered heavy losses from enemy and Allied artillery fire. Forced to hold their position for several days, surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades. Without food or medical supplies, the soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by these events. He consumes sleeping pills and liquor to ward off the nightmares that haunt him. Stable. Confident in your abilities and your Cartesian mind, you conduct your investigation by sticking to the facts, your convictions, and your perception of reality. Your conclusions are logical and reliable. My private detective agency, contracted to the Wentworth Detective Agency. After the Great War, I decided to set up in Boston, where there is no lack of work for guys like me. One small-time case follows the other. Adultery, settled scores, disappearances that are not actually disappearances. The old office couch is less comfortable than a real bed, and I should probably get rid of these empty bottles, but this place is mine, for the moment. My old lighter, that I engraved in memory of the 77th Infantry Division and the men of the Lost Battalion who fell. Which, if you guys are history buffs or anything like that, I suggest looking up the Lost Battalion. It's, I don't know how to describe it. It's, hold on, turn this noise off. It's interesting, and if you like heavy metal, there's a band called, Sabaton that has, a song about them.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
Why, yes I
That's
am.
correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Now I have 8 CP. Allocate your character points. Each character point allows you to improve the score of a skill. Alright, so eloquence represents your ability to influence those you talk to by your power of speech. Improving this skill increases your chances of convincing or manipulating during discussions. Strength represents your ability to call on your physical power. Improving this skill increases your chances of forcing doors or mechanisms, or of using violence or physical or verbal during interactive discussions. Medicine represents your medical knowledge. Improving this skill increases your chances of determining the dosage of a drug, of making a diagnosis, or of expressing your understanding of a medical problem. Investigation represents your investigating talents. Improving this skill increases your chances of understanding past events by analyzing a crime scene or an object and of picking locks. Occultism represents your knowledge of the occult sciences. Improving this skill increases your chances of determining the use and origin of occult artifacts and of expressing your knowledge of the myth. Psychology represents your knowledge of human behavior. Improving this skill increases your chances of understanding the motivations of a person based on his or her behavior or on the analysis of an object. Spot hidden represents your ability to find hidden objects. Improving this skill increases your chances of finding hidden objects, and undiscovered objects will not appear in game. Well, let's see. What do I want to improve? If I go there, I got 4, which will leave me 4 left. Allows me to upgrade that. You know what? I'm going to go occultism, which only drained 1, apparently. Oh. Now I understand. Okay. Spot hidden. And then I'm gonna save the other 2. If I can. Because I want to improve some other stuff. You know what, we'll just go ahead and crank into those 2. Yep.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
Awkward phrases to hear from behind a door you can't see through.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
A shipping label. Some of it is unreadable, but I can make out part of the address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report, it says... It says that the fire starting in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? A press cutting. An article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live a recluse life with their only son, Simon. Oh, yes. Sir, did you use glue to stick all these together? They rotate as one object.
Its strange beauty isn't enough to hide the feeling of dread it carries.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
I read about her mental fragility in the police report. Something's not right with this story. Where did Sarah Hawkins live?
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Okay.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
I think that's all the
I'm beginning to
information.
understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there. A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
The bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed this case, but when you're already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective who's got proof against you.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
My husband never understood that his wife had left him. He kept on calling me weeks after the investigation had been closed. The Learning of Medicine, Volume 1. A dense work aimed at interns and young practitioners, this first volume lists all illnesses known in the civilized world. It details the symptoms and suitable treatment. Oh, so... Alright. So it's not just through character points that you can advance your character.
I used to be an avid reader.
That's all you gotta say about that?
I used to be an avid reader.
Yep, that's all he's got to say about that.
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with the many memories left by its lost tribes. But don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long-abandoned caves. Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows, but today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small land off the coasts of Massachusetts.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Alright. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting. On the shipping label and address, a warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. One man, one disturbing little island. Witness his descent into madness as he uncovers the occult. The loading times are a little excessive. But the game did just drop about an hour ago, so there'll probably be a patch that does something with it. Or not. Who knows? There was a face in the mist. What's up, everybody? For those just joining in, we are just on our getting started on our journey to Darkwater Harbor.
Almost there.
James Fitzroy.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
Nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Hey, Sullivan, can't you go any faster?
You see how old this thing is? If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
I'm gonna turn off the crosshair that I got on there. Game crosshair.
You can't do that.
But it's only a fish.
A fish? You've got no idea. Don't badmouth what you don't know, or you'll pay for it for sure.
Okay, that's enough. Step back and let us do our job.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
Let's see. Officer Bradley.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors.
Oh, yeah?
It's a sign. There's
gonna get
something
us into
coming.
trouble.
Something real bad.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You
That's
can't
no
understand.
way to
You're
treat
not
an old man.
sailors.
Oh, yeah?
It's a sign.
Hey, you chaps want to have a chat? No? What are you looking at? Absolutely nothing. Alright. Well, I wouldn't be an alcoholic if I didn't go have a beer or two. Or, you know, a couple shots of whiskey, bourbon, and beer. Just, spit at me, sir?
Hey, be careful.
Well, that was kind of rude. I mean, both were rude.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
That guy was looking for trouble. So choose your camp if you don't want the same treatment.
Hey, buddy, I don't want any trouble.
So serve me a drink.
Just to make things clear, only regulars can run up a tab. Others pay.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Fair enough.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
I wouldn't
Yeah.
say no to a glass.
Try this.
I think we'll get along well.
Okay.
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Let's see.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
That'll be all for now.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
It's a local legend?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
What report?
The one that's framed right behind you. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
I've got some fine things on sale, stranger.
You have no right to treat us like this.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
The Shanty, 21st May 1847. Miraculous catch. The Skyla returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. We had given up hope. The crew of the Skyla are, I think it might be Skilla, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. Of a size that went beyond that of the formidable toothed whales, the cetacean that is already being called the miraculous catch covered the whole deck, and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. The surviving sailors told a frightening account of their perilous catch, but also of its meat, unmatched in its quality and plentiful nutritious benefits. There is no doubt that the immense size of this whale will now allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. Warehouse for rent. Mr. Marks is putting his warehouse up for rent from June for fishing, workshop, or storage activities. You can contact him via your favorite newspaper or visit him on the docks. Special evening at the Stranded Whale. To celebrate the return of our brave whalers, all the staff of the Stranded Whale invite you to an exceptional and free tasting event. Come with your family or with your friends to taste the miraculous catch. Each person will leave with a bottle of oil, so don't hesitate.
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Is he talking about the Necronomicon? Ugh, for a moment I thought I seen somebody just standing there in the doorway, all like staring in at me.
What you looking at, stranger?
She can certainly put them away. Nothing at all. What is a woman like you doing in a place like this?
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
Ah, it was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger.
Alright,
I told you to beat it.
Alright, beating it. Beating it like MJ. Ah, locked. Alright.
She will do it again, you know? Who? The girl doctor. Cold. She won't stop asking.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
Alright then.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Anything down here worth note? Nope. Alright. Only thing left to do is go talk to Fitzroy. Jesus, man. Get somebody to fix your banisters. There's got to be a carpenter around here somewhere. Christ's sake.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
10-4. Hey, what you got over here on this desk, huh?
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
The terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier.
The Scylla. It finished
See,
up
told
beached
you.
at the entrance to the harbor.
Scylla. Hey, alright, well, why are you just staring like that? Hey, there's a map. A book. Hey, the second volume teaches ethics and good practice to medical staff. Oh, I only need 2 more CP to increase my medicine now. What's smoking back there?
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
In this photograph, a man who looks like Captain Fitzroy is posing on the bridge of a ship. He has a wooden leg. Oh, the candle was smoking. Nothing in there of note? Alright.
What a macabre souvenir.
I always thought that word was pronounced macabre, but... Macabre souvenir. Oh, because it's the peg leg. Clams.
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
Ah, the latrine.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Again with all the glue! Only a few dates are still eligible. 1890, 1907, and a partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden?
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I've seen it.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth, and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
I kind of figured that was gonna...
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
I'm more tired than I thought I was, guys.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah?
You didn't tell me that the warehouse I was looking for was right in front of us.
Because its owner is dead. And I don't want to see you hanging around it. Now please, leave us to our work.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real.
What could have done so much damage?
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
Poking around a little bit.
There. Hello, old friend.
I don't know how to put away my light.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
Put the damn lighter away. Oh, hey, I can lean. There we go. Aha. Feel like a street punk. Fucking. Hip-a-tink. Hip-a-tink. Tink. Hip-a-tink. Alright. Just poking my nose into everybody else's business. Don't mind me. Oh, of course. There's a couple of hoodlums in the way. Ugh.
Where do you think you're going?
Oh, sorry about that, guys. Hit the mic.
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
You and I are on the same side of the law.
Oh, yeah?
You don't want to know the truth behind this case.
Are you saying our work was not up to snuff? Forget it.
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
Come on, you could tell me.
No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Alright guys, I gotta go before I start getting really tired. So I had to turn on some fans, get it cooled off a little bit in here.
Who's this guy?
No idea. You better keep it shut. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
Cat. She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes?
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
She sounds frightening, your boss.
And she doesn't like to be talked about behind her back.
I went to see the statue of St. Brendan.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors?
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
I bid you gentlemen farewell.
Alright then, so I need to find another way in. We got a couple of hood toughs over there. Cop that won't move out of the way over here.
You again. I told you to beat it.
No need to get worked up.
Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not seeing it.
We're no longer at home on our own island.
Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
I told him, that flunky, that he'll see what a real sailor has in his belly.
If you continue like that, everyone will see what you've got in your belly.
I hope so. I hope they don't forget the lesson. Me? I'm not scared of some girl.
I mean they're going to cut you open, you idiot. Calm down.
Gotta find a way into the warehouse. The ladder over there.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
Who the hell parks their vehicle like this? It's absurd. Oh wait, what the fuck? Are you serious? She's so worried about people getting in, but she doesn't leave all of the entrances exposed. Or, I mean, guarded.
I could use this old winch to lift the grating, but it's been completely taken to bits. There must be some spare parts amid all this clutter.
Oop, oop. Is that not the something I could use for a handle? Come on. What the hell is this?
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil. It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
Ratchet device. This part enables heavy loads to be lifted and held aloft without risk.
A ratchet device. Exactly what I need.
Yeah, but I still need a handle. Excuse me, guys. Ah.
This handle will be perfect for the winch.
I can't use it now? What? Huh? Maybe? No? Okay. The fuck else am I missing? Found the handle. I found the ratchet device. What else am I missing? I swear to God, if I can now pick that up. Okay. What? Let's see. Oh, nothing in there. I don't see anything sticking out. Like, I have no idea what's my next objective. Ah!
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
Give me a moment, guys. I gotta reposition. There we go. Put the damn ladder away. Ah, okay.
Looks like everything is in its place. All that's left is to try to turn this handle.
Oh, hey, no quick time event, huh?
Damn, I broke it.
Alright, well, that didn't work. What next? I broke it, but yet... What the fuck am I supposed to do then? I can't just haul a whole new thing up there. Nope. Huh.
Well, well. A little mouse has got lost on
That
our
spooked
turf.
me a little bit.
You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid. What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my turf?
I'm not gonna say anything.
Has the cat got your tongue?
You've come for a fight. What I've got to say won't change a thing.
You're a quick learner. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
Is your name Cat?
What of it?
Maybe we can come to an understanding.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Ooh, right in the balls.
Get this joker out of here. He
Right
might have
in
a
the
little
weed
trouble walking on
danglers.
his own.
Ugh. I'm getting careless. I didn't see that coming. If I want to get into this warehouse, I'm gonna have to deal with her. You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I respect your beliefs.
Our beliefs? You mean you don't believe in God?
That's irrelevant.
That's what you think.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
I have an offer that could interest you.
We're listening.
I need you to keep them busy for a while.
You send us to take the punishment while you go quietly about your business. What's in it for us?
What would convince you to help me?
There's only one thing that'll get us to move.
For sure. Bring us something to drink and we'll take care of the bootleggers.
Look what I've got.
You're a good guy, you.
There we go.
Cheers, you jackass.
I don't feel well.
Hey, where are you going?
Say that again. I hope for your sake that I didn't hear.
No, it's not what you think. It's just that you shouldn't hide your...
I'm gonna go ahead and let them deal with that.
Let's see.
Puts away the lighter, but it's still glowing.
Perfect. Ugh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case? Can't sleep. I know how that feels. Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this? What happened here? Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings? Someone treasures this crumpled picture to the point of sleeping with it.
Moreover, they were willing to sleep on a tarp in a freaking warehouse.
Someone has settled in here. And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
It's clear that you knew the victims. I'm sorry to dig up bad memories.
I can still see the poor child lying burned on the floor of their drawing room. We had to tear him off. The marks must still be there. They're in my mind anyway.
It's horrendous. I'm going to need your experience to bring him justice, Officer Bradley. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door?
Wait, you were the jackass who parked that way?
Damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you...
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Oh God. Actually, that reminds me of one of H.P. Lovecraft's other stories. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place thought to be abandoned revealed some surprises. Signs of recent occupation as well as a partly charred painting. Interrupted in his searching by Officer Bradley, Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins man.
Well, here we are. Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Gee.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
I have other questions.
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around, it would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
You can, you know, not end every string of thought with that, please.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
I feel like
Strictly
you're wrong.
speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Hey, what the hell?
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined, but the architecture seems too recent.
Alright, they brought out the big band, man. Where is it? Where's... Oh. Oh.
Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Do you know if Charles Hawkins had any enemies?
Not to our knowledge. He was a well-respected personality on the island. I don't understand. Silas would never have let such a thing happen.
Sorry, I had to yawn.
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary and steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing, let alone allowing it. Even that broad baker is above that. Lord,
Poor kid.
have pity on this poor family.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh.
At any rate, guys. Ooh. Okay, I guess I'm waiting until I get to the next checkpoint. When we get to the next checkpoint, I'm gonna call it a night. I can't stop yawning. I'm having a hard time staying awake. So, let's see. There we go. So, I'm gonna be streaming this for the next couple days, quite a bit. By the way, if you don't know, that's Cthulhu. Or I guess another pronunciation is Cthulhu. But, yeah. I'm going to be streaming this for a couple days. And then I'm also, if you missed the stream, you can also check it out on my YouTube channel, which is just Apoclord. And, yeah, I don't really have a closing statement, but thank you for watching. And, I'll see you guys next time. Hey, what's up, everybody? I hope you enjoyed the video. Now, I'll be uploading about hour and a half, 2-hour episodes about 2 to 3 times a week for a little while. I'm going to try to get a little bit ahead, so if you want to watch me play the game live, you can check that out over on my Twitch stream, which is Apoclord Plays. I also play games like Fortnite and things like that. Now, if you're okay with waiting, I'll be releasing this series as well in segments. At any rate, I hope you enjoyed the video, and you can check out my Twitter, same name there as I am here, and make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, make sure you get notified, and if that don't work, you could always just bookmark my page. Until next time, folks.